All right, Shalom, Akim, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. All right, me and this brother, we're going to do a lesson. All right, it's going to be a quick lesson, Lord willing. We go right into the lesson. So the lesson is going to be called Feed the Flock. All right, because as men of the Lord set up, all right, called to do this work, all right, our main priority is to feed the flock of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and that's exactly what the Lord asked Peter. He said, "Do you love me?" And Peter said, "Yeah." He said, "Feed my lambs." All right. So as a man of the Lord, all right, you're commanded to feed the flock of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, to prepare them for the to prepare them for his second coming. All right. All right. Go ahead, Out.
2 Peter 5:2. Feed the flock of Yahweh.
Feed the flock of Yahweh. Go ahead.
Which is among you.
Which is among you. All right. And he's talking about the 1/3. All right. Because we're going to speak to all our people. All right. But the 1/3 is going to be the ones that are going to receive the word. All right. And the Lord said, "Feed the flock of Yahweh." Go ahead.
Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint.
Yeah, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint. Okay, go ahead.
But willingly.
But willingly, because you are an overseer is somebody that's above somebody. All right. All right. Because contrary to popular belief, the Most High, He actually set up men to be over other men. All right. He said the apostles, the elders, all right, the different brothers and different camp leaders, are different captains. All right. The Lord also told the 12 disciples that they will be sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. That's a power position. All right. And 144,000, they're going to be in a power position. All right. Not with constraint, but willingly. All right. Because you have some guys out there that teach Yahweh Shai, all right, for vainglory. They teach Yahweh Shai because they feel like they're forced. All right. They're not willingly doing this work. All right. And those guys are going to get rooted out. Go ahead, Out.
But willingly, not for filthy lucre.
Not for filthy lucre, for money. All right. Like these other guys, Nate, Yohana, are the Sakari. All right, all these other guys that teach the word, that learn the scriptures from the apostles. All right. And then they take it and they try to monetize it. All right. That's what the wicked scribes and Pharisees were doing over 2,000 years ago. And that's what our people are still doing to this day. All right. Especially in the so-called black and Hispanic churches. All right. They're teaching for what? For filthy lucre's sake. They took the words of the Most High and they're trying to make profit out of it. Go ahead.
But of a ready mind.
But of a ready mind. All right, go ahead.
Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage.
Yeah, neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, because you're not supposed to lord over, all right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's men. All right, be an asshole all the time. All right, just because you're in a head position, you lord over brothers and make brothers feel like shit. All right. The Lord gets guys up out of there like that, all right? You supposed to treat Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's heritage, okay, his people with according to the scriptures, all right? According to the scriptures and doing according to the scriptures, all right, you're not supposed to rule over brothers like that, all right? You're supposed to do it in decency and order. You had a precept? Yeah, just finish that last verse.
Neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being examples to the flock.
Yeah, being examples to the flock. So especially, or as men that's doing this work, you're supposed to be an example to the flock. All right. By what? How do you be an example to the flock? All right, following the words of the scriptures. All right. First and foremost, walking in the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord has given us. All right. All right, and then going out there in the highways and the byways, being an example. All right, to other Israelites, that the Lord can be with you, all right, and still in this wicked kingdom and still preach his word, all right, without wavering. That's the example that you're supposed to show, all right, being diligent, all right, not being slothful, all right, and doing your videos, all right, reading, breaking down the scriptures. Other men can see that you're diligent and the Most High put a spirit on you, all right. That's the example, and then that's going to encourage and exhort other brothers, all right, to do the same. Go ahead, Out.
And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away.
Yeah, that's right. You shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And who's the chief shepherd? That's Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahushua, he left his heritage to his men on the planet Earth. All right, and his men on the planet Earth were supposed to feed the flock. We get that. I believe what's that? Luke. John. Let's get that. John 21. Get John 21. And start at 15. But I'm gonna read that last verse again. And it says, this is 1 Peter 5 and 5 and 4. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. All right, because the Lord, he's going to give his men, all right, he's going to give them a crown of glory. He's going to give them the kingdom. Those men that stood faithful unto the end, that endured all the hardships and all the wickedness here in America. You know?
I had a quick
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua Mashiach.
Yeah, that's right. We gave up our lives, man. For who? For the elect, for Yahushua. All right, we gave our lives for Yahushua, and Yahushua told us to what? To feed his flock. All right, to do all things for the elect's sake. All right, because brothers that do these videos, all right, brothers that do shows that go on the highways and the byways, all right, we gave up our life to minister unto other brothers. All right, to other people that hear this word. All right, because the Lord, he put a spirit on us. All right, to be able to break down these scriptures, all right, and to get the information from the apostles, all right, and the different elders, all right, come out and do the same thing likewise, all right. So we endure all things. We endure catching hell. We endure hardships. We endure these demons coming into our minds, trying to take us away from the faith. We endure scoffers. All right, we actually go through a lot, okay, depending on the spirit that the Most High gave you. So we're out here enduring in Babylon, all right. For what? For the elect's sake. Go ahead.
That they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua with eternal glory.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing it for y'all. We're doing it for the brothers out there that are sincere. All right. We're not doing this. We're not doing this for fame and glory. If we wanted to do it for fame and glory, we'll just be in one of these churches, all right, get millions of dollars, or be some type of entertainer.
Like in Ezekiel 9 and 4, we're putting a mark. We're out there to put a mark on the people, whether it's for salvation or destruction. And that scripture that I just read in 2 Timothy, it say that they may obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua. So that's why we out there, man, to wake the elect, man. Really, because like the apostles say, this word is basically for the elect only, because 2/3 are going to be destroyed, so it's not for them. This is for the elect chosen men, that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, who's meant to get this word.
Yeah, that's right. Like the brother just said, all right, we're preaching the word so other brothers can listen to it and obtain the same glory, all right, the same kingdom. Okay, go ahead.
John 21:15.
Yes.
So when they had dined, Yahushua saith to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these?
Yeah. Do you love me, or do you love the disciples? Do you love these men? All right. Go ahead.
He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him,
Yeah. Do you love the Lord? You say that you love Yahushua, or you got these people in the church that say, I love Jesus. Oh, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. All right. What did Jesus tell you to do if you loved him? All right. Well, that's not his name. His name is Yahushua. That's his real name. Go ahead.
He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, Feed my lambs.
Yeah, feed my lambs. All right, Israel, the lost sheep of Israel, man. Feed the Lord's lambs. And how do you feed the Lord's lambs? It's out of the words, out of the book. The scriptures say, the words that I speak unto you, all right, they are spirit and they are life. All right, that's the food. All right, it also says in the book of Ezekiel and the book of Revelation to eat the roll. So the scriptures are likened unto food. All right, honey, bread, okay, victuals, okay. This is food and water that you should never thirst. All right, we're supposed to feed our people this. All right, whether they hear or forbear. Go ahead.
I had a quick
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It's Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Yeah, they're of milk, man. And not a strong meat. So it's likened in the scriptures, okay, to food. That's why Yahweh Shai told Peter to feed my lambs, to feed his flock. Okay? Because we were set up as teachers, not of our own will or own accord. That's just the way that the Most High set it up. We're set up to come out here and to preach and to teach and to feed the Lord's flock. All right, and you want to be occupied. You want to be occupied in doing that. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, so to speak.
Yeah.
When the Lord comes back and you're not doing nothing, you just got your hands in your pocket, lollygagging.
And all you guys that say you don't need to go out on the streets to do that, how do you expect to feed the Lord's flock? They're not going to just come to you. You gotta be out there, because it's people that don't know your personal page, or that don't even know about the truth in general, may not. And then if you're us being out there, we making it known. All right, the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we proclaiming it in public.
That's right. You're being an example.
Yep.
You're being an example, because me and another brother, we were doing a show. We were just out and about, and people just stopped and was listening. And a guy came up. He's like, "Man, it's very interesting what you're saying. I can't basically gainsay anything you're saying." He wanted to know what our pages was, so he can check out the videos. I don't know if he's part of the elect or not. All right, that's why you're supposed to be out on the highways and the byways, not in the deep dark web. All right, doing videos, scoffing. All right, go ahead, Op.
Verse 13, for everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Yeah, that's right. So we have came up to the stage of being a babe, and now we're eating meat. All right, but the point is that the Lord, He's likening the scriptures to food, all right, and to drink. And by us preaching His word, proclaiming His word, we're feeding the people, all right. Because when you get this word in, all right, sometimes you don't even feel hungry, all right, because the spirit is that's inside you, the spirit that the words are coming out. That's Yahweh Shai, all right, and He's feeding you. All right, I can go back.
Yeah, it's John 21 verse 16. He saith to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He saith unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee.
Yeah, the Lord asked him again. All right, to make sure. Go ahead.
He saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
Yeah, the same thing. He said, the Lord said the same thing, so he was being repetitive. All right, he's trying to instill it in Peter's head. All right, over and over and over and over. Go ahead, Op.
He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas.
The third time. So the Lord said it the third time, man. All right. Go ahead.
Lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time.
Yeah, Peter was like, damn, Lord, like, I just told you twice. You asking me the same question. I told you that I loved you. All right. Go ahead.
Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee.
So the Lord was like, look, Peter, I'm sorry. Peter was like, look, Lord, you know all things. You can read my mind. Go ahead.
Yahweh saith unto him, Feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep. All right. Feed my sheep. All right. The Lord commanded you. All right. To feed his sheep. To feed his lambs. All right. To feed the flock. All right. Not to be a scoffer. Not to be a scorner. Not to put your hands in your pockets. All right. Not to be lukewarm. He told you to feed his sheep. All right. We're in a position of Peter. All right. As a disciple. Okay. As men sent out to preach the word. All right. If you're sent out and you're called to preach the word, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be feeding the Lord's sheep, feeding the flock. All right. Pushing forth his words. All right. The doctrine of Yahweh Shai. All right. Preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And that's what we're doing. Preaching that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And to get right. All right. You need to come back to your nationality. Be born again. Okay. Stop being an American. All right. Become an Israelite. All right. Start practicing law, statutes, commandment, and watch the videos. Study. And then if the Lord put the Spirit on you to go out and teach. All right. And join the camp. All right. That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. We do our daily lives. Certain brothers go to the gym. They deal with women. Might go get a drink. All right, but at the end of the day, before all, you're supposed to be occupied in these scriptures so you can feed Yahweh Shema Shai's elect. Go ahead, Al.
I had a quick precept.
Okay, and then if you get Ezekiel, the second chapter,
yeah,
and we'll end it on that.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What is I don't have to explain it. Go ahead.
Fear Yahweh and keep His
Yeah,
commandments.
fear Yahweh and keep His commandments. Go ahead.
For this is the whole duty of man.
Yeah, and there's a new commandment. All right, the Lord commanded that His men go out in the highways and the byways
Yep.
and preach the word. All right, that's a commandment.
Like we just read, it said, feed my sheep and feed my flock.
That's right.
So that's command. That's an order, right? He was commanded to go do that. So that's part of the commandments.
3 times.
3
All
times.
right, 3 times. Yeah, we'll end it on this. You can just really, bro. You can just start off. Let me see. Just start off at the. Okay, start off at 3. Start off at 3.
Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel.
Yeah, He sent thee to the children of Israel. All right, so that's the flock of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's the flock that Yahweh Shai was telling Peter to feed. Okay, go ahead.
To a rebellious nation.
To a rebellious nation. Go ahead.
That have rebelled against me.
That rebelled against Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Go ahead.
They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Yeah, even unto this very day, you see that. You see Jake out there all walling out, all right? Doing all kind of manner of wickedness. Go ahead.
For they are impudent children.
Yeah, they're stupid children. Go ahead.
And stiff-hearted.
Yeah, stiff-hearted. They're hard-headed. They're hard-headed. Okay? I know you. A lot of brothers probably heard the term or the idiom, a hard head make a soft behind. All right, go ahead.
I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them.
Yeah, so the Lord sent you to them. All right. How are you going to send? Are you going to be sent to them on the internet? Or are you going to have to go out on the highways and the byways, which you guys don't want to do? All right, go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord power, and whether they will hear or whether they will forbear.
That's the point. Whether they hear or whether they forbear. All right, because you have a lot of guys that are scared because they're scared of the Israel's faces. They're scared of the disbelief. They're scared of being persecuted. All right, for preaching the word. All right. But the scriptures say all that live in Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecutions. Okay, that's what's going to happen.
Servant is not greater than the master.
Yeah, the servant is not greater than the master, like the brother just said. Yahweh Shai, he suffered persecutions, but he also said that he came to do the will of his Father. All right, go ahead.
For they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
Yeah, so even though they're not going to listen, which namely 2/3, all right, they're going to know that a prophet was among them. All right, because you stood so boldly and firm, all right, with the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, and it actually came to pass. Go ahead.
And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell.
Yeah, the Lord called you Israelites briars and thorns. Go ahead.
And thou doest dwell among scorpions.
Yeah, we dwell amongst vicious, venomous creatures. All right. The Lord called 2/3 of Israel scorpions. Go ahead.
Be not afraid of their words.
Be not afraid of their words, all right, because their words are empty threats, all right, and they have no spiritual backing behind them. Go ahead.
Nor be dismayed at their looks.
Yeah, be dismayed when they bring it. Look at these guys out there in dresses, scoffing on the comment board. These guys are crazy. Oh, you're in a cult. Be not afraid of their words, man. We have the truth, all right? We have the truth. They don't have the truth. All right, they're going to die. The Lord's going to kill them.
Yeah.
All right? We have the truth. Nobody else on the planet Earth has the truth, and that's all through the grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that we have received the truth. Go ahead, Ak.
Nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house.
Yeah, though they be a rebellious house. I think that's about it, Ak. I think that's it. All right.
And like I say in the Apocrypha, all the unfaithful going to die in their unfaithfulness. So their belief isn't required.
That's right. And it also says in the scriptures in Romans, shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Yeah.
Most High forbid. Let every man, let the Most High be true and every man a liar. All right? Meaning the words of this book, all right, cannot be gainsaid or changed. All right, if you're speaking out of the book, are you speaking out of the Bible? All right, with the correct understanding and correct breakdown, nobody can come against you. That's why you have not seen anybody come against the men of the Lord. All right, all they can come against them with is wayward doctrines. all right, and BS, all right, talking all type of crazy stuff out of their mouth, out of their own heart. Okay? We're commanded to preach the word of Yahweh Bashim Shai, okay, without contention, all right, willingly, not for filthy lucre, because contrary to power of belief, I haven't been paid a penny for this, all right, neither nor brother that I know, all right, I have never received anything for this truth, man. But you know what? I still came out here and I'm still preaching this word, just like other brothers around are doing. You had a precept?
This is a quick one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 1:27. But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
That's right. He chosen the foolish things. You got something?
I was going to say how we were saying that everybody else, they basically disagree because they consider this foolish. Everything that we speak about, they consider it fairy tales, make-believe. But you'll choose to believe that the earth was made billions of years ago and all these real fairy tales that the so-called white man says. But when we're out there, we're looked at as the foolish ones on the streets.
Yeah, we're looked at as the foolish ones on the street, but you got people walking around playing Pokemon, catching Pokemon on the streets, walking around hunting Pokemon. But we're the ones that are idiots. It don't even make sense. Go ahead, Ad.
But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things.
And the Lord Yahweh has chosen the foolish things. So this is foolish compared to this world. All right, this is not set in great dignity in this world. It does the scriptures say folly is set in great dignity.
Yep.
All right, and the rich sit in poor places.
It's like that movie, Idiocracy. That's basically the typical American. You look at nothing but folly, and if it's something that's serious, you laugh about it.
You abhor it. You abhor it. You don't want to deal with it. All right, because it takes a certain type of person to deal with truth, and you people don't want to deal with truth. You want to deal with the Super Bowl coming up in a couple of days. All right, you want to deal with
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. You getting your Valentine's, chocolates and that Valentine's Day goes all back into the fertility gods. All right, and that heart symbol goes back into a plant back in the Roman Empire. Okay, that had a heart shape, and it was used as birth control. All right, and that's why the Romans would they basically for my language, they say they fucked it out of existence. All right, that's how much having sex they were doing, unlawful sex, and the women would just take that plant. All right, and that was a form of birth control in the ancient world, and it would just be all type of freaks, faggots, and lesbians. All right, and that's what a Valentine's Day is. It's the queen of heaven worship and fertility god worship. All right, and that's what you people worship. All right. And if a man, if you don't get your woman something, it's gonna be all hell. All right. Go ahead, Al.
But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Yeah, we're weak, man. We're weak. We don't have all this great knowledge of the world. There's certain brothers that are they're actually weak. There's brothers that are very smart. They can run circles around pretty much any scholar on the planet Earth. All right, and in pretty much all topics. At the same time, we're weak, man. That's why we need the strength of Yahweh Shai. And this book is not set in high standards, especially the correct breakdown. All right, we're looked at as idiots. We're looked at as foolish, which this is foolish, man. But the Most High, He chose the foolishness of preaching to save them that believed. All right, so we are doing a foolish thing. This is what I'm doing right now. All right. In the eyes of the world, what we're doing right now in the eyes of the world, it's a foolish thing, all right. But to the Most High, we're storing up treasures in heaven, all right. Since we say that we love Yahweh Shai died for us. He just like He told Peter to feed his flock. We're doing the same thing. Okay, brother, got anything to say?
That was it on that.
Yeah, that was it on that. So yeah, with that, man, you brothers stay out there. You stay strong, stay in the faith, all right, and keep pushing. Shalom.
Shalom.